People have been asking which guitars are being auctioned and which ones are being raffled. I'll put you in the picture right now, and I'll probably do it 5 or 6 times through the course of the day. The black guitar in the middle,
Hiya, Mum.
which is a Jack guitar. Well, you know the other one, Mark. Go on. You can take a horticulture, but you can't make a thing. And
A dark shapes reveling, shapeless form. A goblin's endless fright of light are gathered in the firelight. Tales of the twilight. Tales of the twilight. Tales of the twilight. Fade to view.
put your hands together and ask for Mr. Mike Guttridge.
But that night as the moon crossed the mountains, one more coyote was heard. Ooh, ooh. I thought that was a coyote.
You know, there's somebody here, Dave and Holly here, working the desk, brought all the equipment up today, and... Sorry, this is Dave, and this is Holly.
Right, I'll tell you the story why I brought this guitar. 3 years ago I started playing again, and I dug this out from under the bed. It had been there for 15 or 20 years or something. And it had no pickup in, so Graham said, I know a man who can fit a pickup for you. So I knocked on Jim Cairnes' door, and I said, I'm a mate of Graham's, and he says you might be the man to fit this pickup. And he said, oh yeah, fantastic, get your guitar out. And I took it out. He looked at the split bridge and his face fell about that far. And then I showed him the pickup that I'd got, which is a Highlander, which is a rod that fits under the bridge, and you've got to take the bridge out and drill it and scour it out. And he said it took him 2 days, I think, to get it sounding okay. And he charged me 20 quid. He wouldn't take any more. So that's why I'm here. So I'm going to play one song on my own, and then Graham's going to join me for one, I think.
Don't forget, I can't tune it from here.
You can't? Is it out of tune?
No.
You're going to make me paranoid now, Dave.
They've shut down all the honky-tonks tonight. Say a prayer or two, they only knew.
So if you've got a memory that you want to share on mic, on camera, come and see me, come and see Adam. You can recognise Adam because he's short in the leg department on his tripod, but it's the longest one I've seen. He's only got one, but my God, it's a long one. So we're going to... There's a book here. It's a lovely, beautiful new book. I don't think it was sold off by Redcar Library as a not wanted anymore. Well, somebody scribbled in the front. There you go. It's a scribble worthy of Mike Guttridge himself, but apparently it was Mr. Clapton what done it. And that's going to be auctioned as well.
Well, some of us were hardly ever here. The rest of us were born to disappear. How can I stop myself from being just a number? How can I hold my head from going right under? Into the wild, I wanted what I want to the fire. If that is what it takes to take me even higher, I'll come through like I do when the world keeps testing me, testing me, testing me.
You saw Sam earlier playing with Stormcrow. Here she is in her own right, as an excellent guitarist, a wonderful songwriter. Please put your hands together for Sam Cole.
Thank you very much. No pressure there then, Maggie. Excellent songwriter and guitarist. This is where I make a complete hash of it, isn't it? Exploding in psychedelic scene, the crater of psychedelic dream. Oral emissions, never what they seem. Lost soul in lost sonic dream. Like a butterfly, lost soul.
You don't have to call me darling, darling, but you never even call me by my name. You don't have to call me Dolly Parton. You don't have to call me Patsy Cline. You don't have to call me Tammy Wynette anymore, even though I've got my own just married son. Are you ready? Start counting. I was drunk the day my mom was sent to prison. There's 3. The old dog died and this farm sure did change. There's another 2. And then she went and busted out last Christmas. And you know, it's a bugger when a battery goes down on a girl, isn't it? And when it died, I had to take all the strings off to get my hand inside to change the battery. So I took it to Jim and I said, can you fix it? And he put a wonderful little trapdoor thing here. And please welcome, with a scratch back band featuring Dean Heslop and a drummer, oh my God, I don't know them all. Ian Stephen. And the drummer Paul, please welcome Katerina Rea.
Oh dear. Well, this is totally unrehearsed. We'll sing a couple of songs like you might know. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountain should crumble to the sea, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me, baby. Leaving your troubles stand.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. All having a good time? We're going to stop that now. I'm wondering now, walking down the road. I once loved a woman, a child, I'm told. I'd give her my heart, but she wanted my soul. But don't think twice, it's all right.
Those people that don't know, this is a Jimmy Cairnes guitar. And it's mine. And it's staying mine. Thank you. Well, I left my home down on the rural route. I told my pa I'm going stepping out and get the honky-tonk blues. Hey, the honky-tonk blues. Hey, Lord, I got the honky-tonk blues.
Jim Cairnes, one of the greatest men I've ever met. Great guitar builder, great friend. Known him a lot of years. What can I say? He's just a great chap.
As always, should you be seen not enjoying yourselves, the band will disavow all knowledge of your existence. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us transport you back to the sound of the swinging 60s.
Woke up this morning feeling fine. There's something special on my mind. The last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. But she's the kind. Baby, come back. Baby, come back. Come back, baby, don't leave me. Baby, please don't go. Won't you give me a second chance? You know I love you so. Alright, so okay, so come back. Baby, come back. And someday, when the years have flown down and we'll teach the young ones of our own. Without you, you got me singing the blues. Went to a dance, looking for romance. Saw Barbara Ann, so I thought I'd take a chance. Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann. Got me rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling. Barbara Ann, Barbara Ann.
I asked for that one, didn't I?
You did.
Cheers, Jimmy. Hey, this one, cheers, Jimmy. Thank you very much, mate. This one's by the Kings, and it's Waterloo Sunset.
Chilly, chilly is evening time. Waterloo sunset fine. Waterloo sunset fine. Tell me.
Mr. Paul Tilly, all the way from Gisborough. He doesn't mind travelling. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Jimmy. Have we got time for more? Don't the other band cursing us out the back.
Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, and you begin to make it better. Here we go.
guitar. And the next prize is on the pink. 263. That's the bus to Middlesbrough. 263. Put your hands together for a band that only gets together once or twice a year, mostly at Halloween. The Werewolves of Stockton.
When you're moving right up close to me, that's when I get the shakes all over me. Shivers down my backbone, got the shakes in the knee bone, shivers in the thigh bone, shaking all over. Shivers in my thigh bone.
You brought me what? He never said that. He always kind of smiled nicely, but he's, what the f is this? And anyway, and he would look at it, and it was, 1923. He was even older than him or anybody in the room, but he would still fix it. And he would take a tatty old pickup, and he would dismantle the pickup, and he would count the windings. Pickup with 23,000 windings on them. He would count it and say, this was supposed to have 23,000 windings. It's only got 22,993. You were cheated. But anyway. He'd fix it, just like the old TV programme. Jim would fix it. So we're all here to pay tribute to Jim. I've probably got the largest collection of Jim's pickups in captivity, but they're in captivity elsewhere. So I've just brought 3 of them, and this is a Fender Japanese Strat. When actually the best Strats made were made in Japan, and Jim made it even better. So this was made in Japan and remade in Redcar. It's got 2 of Jim's Ultra QV pickups on it, and it's got a humbucker as well, and it's got a magic knob. You pull the magic knob and it sounds like a Telecaster.
Cause I'm a tax man. Yeah, I'm a tax man. I saw a werewolf walking through the streets of Solo in the rain, and a Chinese menu in his hand. He was looking for a place called Lehigh Books, gonna buy a place of beef chow mein. In the wolves of London. See him hanging around your kitchen door. Better not let him in. Little old lady got me late last night. Werewolves of London again. Here you go.
These people are just winging it. So, please put your hands together for, give me the names, Katerina Ray, John McGough on sax, Mick Watkins on bass, and Paul Taylor on drums.
I love you, but I gotta stay true. Mama's got me on my knees. I'm begging, please stop playing games. But I don't know what this is, but you do me good, just like I know you better. Mama's got me on my knees. I'm begging, please stop playing games. But I keep on begging you for mercy. Why don't you release me? I keep on begging you for mercy. Why don't you release me? Oh, I said release me. Mama has got me on my knees. I'm begging, please stop playing games. Oh,
show. Get ready, well, go Cats, go, don't you step on mine. Do anything, don't step on my blue suede shoe. Okay, well, good evening. Pleasure to play for you, Jim. I can only play my part. Said to nurse my broken heart. So long.
You missed the last bus home, Pauline, by the way. 51, going once, going twice, third and final time. Pauline, it's yours. Kindly donated by Burns Guitar to demonstrate the esteem in with which they hold this man here. And I think we all feel much the same. So, who's going to start me off on this? A Burns Guitar. 50. 260 with Amanda. Any more for any more? Going once. Going twice. Amanda, you've just bounced the Barclay card. I'm just going to tell you, Malcolm is the guy that donated this wonderful guitar. He's come all the way from Seattle.
No. This wonderful guitar is Jim's wonderful guitar. It's fuck all to do with me. It's Jim's. Right? But Jim. Right? And it's got 3 of Jim's pickups on it, and it's got a magic knob as well. And you pull this magic knob out, and it makes, if you pull this magic knob out, it makes it sound like you're Dave Driver. So, right? And it's a beautiful guitar, and it's got a Jim Cairnes special mother of pearl scratch plate as well. You won't find that on any other Stratocaster, so it's the one.
I've seen a toilet seat like that.
Jim's out.
Jim's out.
In veterinary terms, dogs have 2 of these.
Serious stuff. We've got a £200 bid on the phone.
210.
210.
You don't need any more guitars.
And a smack from Holly.
There's no such thing as not needing more guitars.
211. 220. 220. 420. 420. Was that somebody putting a thumb up at the back? No, he's just ordering a beer. 420. Don't tell me, I'm not holding it. 460.
Do you want to sit down? It's getting valuable now.
Yeah, no, it's getting heavy.
Of course it's heavy, it's a rock guitar. 500.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Pretty good going here, guys. £500. Going once. Going twice. What was that? 505. 550. She's serious now. 550. She's not going to be fifth at the post here, is our Jean. 550. Any more? 550. Going once. Going twice. I'm not going to hit you with a hammer. Third and final time. 550, Jean, you just bought yourself a guitar. And while you're putting your hands together, will you please thank Rosie Potter? Because it was Rosie's idea to do this gig.
Rosie, can I just say this is the easiest gig I've ever put together, mainly because everybody's been so happy to come along for you, Jim. Also, Maggie's done much more work than I've done. So's Graham, so I don't know why I'm on this microphone. So thank you all for coming. It's been lovely. Have you enjoyed it, Jim? Have you enjoyed it? Fantastic. That's all we needed to hear. Thank you very much, everybody.
But I'd just like to pay tribute to a man I've known for a long time. Jim, along with Charlie, oh, there's Charlie there, he doesn't like me saying this, but that's Charlie, and myself, go way back. I'm not sure how many people here done this as long as we did, but we go back to the 60s. In the early 60s, I think it was about 61, Jim? 61. The three of us were apprentices in a clothing company in Middlesbrough, Cairnes. Jim, he was a trainee circular knit machine engineer, and myself and Charlie, we were sewing machine engineers. But I don't think we got a lot of that done really, because Jim was known as he was known as the professor, because he was always making something. Nothing to do with his job whatsoever. He was probably just maybe doing experimental pickups. What were you making, Jim? Was it this when you were making your pickups? And, you were going down that road, and then he blew the factory electrics out. So the whole place came to a standstill. We're talking now, at that time it was about, you put about 1,600 people at one time out of work.
In half a second.
In half a second.
They couldn't put it on.
And Charlie and me, well, we spent more time in my little cubbyhole learning chords and playing one thing and another on the guitars. It's a wonder we were never sacked. But nevertheless, as years went on, we got through it all. And Jim, well, he made a name for himself, as we all know, best at making his guitars. And I'm very fortunate enough to have bought one. Well, I'm saying bought one, the wife bought me, because I admired it one night when I went along to Jim's, and the wife heard about this, and she went along and bought me it. And I'll never part with that. I'm keeping that. I'll sell the others, but I won't sell yours. It's staying with me. So Jim, what I'd like to do is for everybody to raise their glass and say, cheers to Jim, a good man of the day. Cheers.
Thank you, young man.
It's absolutely fantastic to see so many people turn out for Jim. I must admit, it's quite overwhelming to be sitting here. Not just because I'm nervous, but because there's so many good people here. We're a little bit different. He's Sam and I'm Graham, or the other way around, I can't remember. We've had some brilliant musicians on so far, and they've been very kind of upbeat, and we're kind of just going to chill it down a little bit before we actually hand over to some more lively musicians. So we're going to start off with a song that is one of our own. It's called Angels and Demons. Jim Cairnes pickup, and I haven't got a Jim Cairnes guitar, but one of the things that Jim, I haven't what, sorry Jim? I have got your phone number, yeah? It's in my mobile. I'll call you later. But one of the things Jim did do for me was, I only just started playing out in public about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I remember seeing Jim when I very, very first started, and he was at one of the open mic nights. And he was really, really supportive and really kind of, yeah, you go, girl, you're doing great, you know. And that was when my self-esteem was like this big, and I was like, ooh, I can't get up and play music in front of people. And Jim was really, really supportive and things. So thank you very much, Jim. I might not have your pickups, but I'll always thank you for your support.
Say something to me, say something strong. Tell me you love me, sing me a love song. Write me a letter, give me a sign. Tell me you miss me when I'm not there all the time. Then I'll know you love me so.
Jim a lot. We all owe Jim a lot. My reminiscence of the first time I met Jim was when we went in to buy a PA at Guitarzan. And they sold us the system that got us started. And that was start of 11 years of pro club work. Thank you, Jim.
And I can remember those guitars and downstairs, and you had a little attic upstairs. And I remember going into that place, and you couldn't get in because it was like a little cupboard, and it was full of graffiti and God knows what all over the place. Anyway, I had a 1964 Olympic white Stratocaster, which was a very nice guitar, which I bought from Hamilton's at 180 quid. After a couple of years of using that guitar, I thought, well, it's a bit tatty, this. I think I might be better off getting it, just all the finish taken off it, and make it look like new again. So I went to see this chap called Jim Cairnes, who had been recommended to me. And I went to see Jimmy, and I can remember him looking at it and saying, hey, this is great, this lovely guitar. I said, yeah, I know it's nice, but it's old and tatty. He said, yeah, I know, but it's old and tatty, but it's great. Oh no, I don't want it, I want all the bits taken out. Can you just get rid of all the white on it and everything and just make it nice and new? He said, I can, but he said, do you know what you're going to do? He said, you might lose value on it in years to come. I thought, oh no, I want it stripping, I want it stripping. So anyway, I got it stripped. And he did an absolutely wonderful job of it, absolutely fantastic. And since that day, in around about 1970, whatever it was, I've still used Jim, and I say used Jim, Jim has done all the guitar stuff for me. And I think, well, now, that's 1964 Olympic white Strat, must be worth thousands and thousands of pounds. Can't remember what ever happened to it, but Jim, thanks for the advice, and I'm very sorry I didn't take it.
We've had a million guitar stories, but they're all really stories about Jim. A few years ago, my buddy Tony went to the States, and we went there. Memphis, Tennessee, and it turned out Memphis, Tennessee, Gibson had just opened a new guitar factory in Memphis, Tennessee at the back of a museum. And anyway, being a nosy bastard, I went round the back to say what? I said, have you got tours of the factory? I don't like factories. You got tours? No tours of the factory. So anyway, went round the back of the factory. It turns out they hadn't opened it yet, so that's why there was no tours. Went round the back, and in the skip at the back of the factory were all the test pieces. They'd been making Gibsons, and if they weren't dead right, because it was a made-in-America Gibson, if they weren't dead right, they put them through the bandsaw, chopped them up, tossed them in the skip. So my buddy Tony wasn't there, he had a 15-year-old son. When I saw them that night, I said, Michael, have you ever been dumpster diving? Because that's what they call it in the States. They call it a dumpster. Fresh stuff out of dumpster. He said, is that like bungee jumping? I said, yes, just like bungee jumping. So his mum thought Michael was going bungee jumping, but we tossed him in the skip. And he came out with these bits of guitars. So I brought them back to Jim. And it was two halves of an ES335, chopped in the bandsaw. And the neck had been snapped out, like that. And they chopped the top off where it said Gibson, so it was a complete utter mess. In fact, the neck wasn't even out that guitar. So he just kind of, yeah. So yeah, it was a blonde body, it was beautiful. So, a month or two later, he phones me up and said, I've done your guitar. So anyway, he did it, glued it back together.
But Jim being Jim, he didn't want it to be a blonde 335, because there are lots of blonde 335s. He had to do a gold top 335. There are no gold top 335s, there are gold top Les Pauls, but this is the only gold top 335 in the world. Jim, you just can't see the joint at all. But I said I got it out of a skip, so on the top went the little plectrum-shaped little bell cover over there, over the truss rod, beautifully inscribed. It said, Skip Gibson. I still think it's a beautiful picture.
And the birthday. We've got Linda, Jeanette, and Diane was on earlier, and Maxine, because they donated the food, I do believe, and if they haven't, they have now. And Graham Broughton and Rosie.
Won't you help for me?
Thank you.
To have to separate this way. We'll let you go ahead on the baby. Pray you'll be back someday.
If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving.